الدفاع عن الأرض المحتلة التي ترتكب بحق الشعب الفلسطيني والشعب العربي في كل الدول العربية. تستطيع أن تقول أننا وصلنا إلى حالة الردع والدفاع عن الأرض المحتلة. نتكلم عن جيش القدس ونتكلم عن معركة وعد الآخرة، لا نتكلم فيها لأننا سنحرر أرضنا فقط، ولكن لأننا نؤمن بأن ما قاله نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم عندما قال زوى الله تعالى لي الدنيا وفي لفظ آخر الأرض فرأيت مشارقها ومغاربها وأن ملك أمتي سيبلغ ما زوي لي منها. إنه 510 مليون كيلومتر مربع وهي مساحة الكرة الأرضية سوف تعيش حالة لا ظلم فيها ولا قهر فيها ولا خيانة ولا صهيونية ولا مسيحية غادرة ولا قتل بهذه الحجم، هذه الجرائم التي ترتكب بحق الشعب الفلسطيني والشعب العربي في كل الدول العربية.
No, Mufti, Menk's video watched and very informative. In need of Allah Almighty. Our entire existence depends on Allah. And Allah Almighty mentions this in the Quran in order to draw our attention to the fact that He made us and He favored us. يا أيها الناس أنتم الفقراء إلى الله والله هو الغني الحميد. O people, you are all in absolute need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He is independent, worthy of praise. That is Allah. Now, the reason why Allah Almighty has created a situation whereby we feel we are the ones helping others is simply because part of the broader test of humankind is to be able to cleanse the human being by giving what Allah's given them. If Allah gave me and I continue to amass without giving, then surely it's a quality that needs attention because it's not a quality of perfection. But as I amass and as Allah gives me, whether it is $100, $1,000, $1 million, whatever it may be, I always think of those who don't have. That itself is a quality of perfection. The more I consider others, the more I will benefit myself.
Very nice.
Because Allah's kept a cap on how much you can spend on yourself on earth. Did you know that? As strange as it sounds, there is a cap. How much do you think you can spend on yourself on earth? It will not go beyond a certain amount. If I were to ask you, what would you like to earn before you threw in the towel? You know, when you ask little kids, youngsters, we've been asked when we were small, what do you think, or what amount do you think would be enough after which you can say, I'm retiring, that's it. When we were kids, we used to say $1 million, right? $1 million I'll give up, I'll close shop and I'll retire and I'll just, a few more years. I promise you, $1 million today is a speck. Once you get it, you know what? You need the next million because you're a human being, that's the reason. But Allah's kept it in such a way that from that, when a lot of people see that, you know what, we have, and then there are others who don't have, here we're going to reach out to them. We're witnessing the wells, we're witnessing so many other projects of human appeal and others, so many projects. Where do you fit in? Even if it is not particular with a particular organization, but yourself, where do you fit in? What do you do? Allah Almighty will definitely return that to you with priceless things. Do you know contentment is something you cannot pay for? The Almighty has to give it to you. You're a happy person. You're content. At night, you're so happy. Do you know the blessings of family, the blessings that Allah grants a person? The health that you have is something that, honestly speaking, is priceless. It's a gift of Allah. And that's why Allah Almighty always tells us, He reminds us in more than one place in the Quran, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you're going to try and count the favors of Allah, you will never be able to count all of them on you. How has Allah favored you? Think about it for a moment. He's given me so much. In all honesty, He's given me so much. I will never be able to count all of the favors of Allah upon me. But the opposite is true. What is the opposite? The difficulties and hardship that Allah put in your life, you can count those. Let me ask you a question. Think for a moment. How many difficulties has Allah placed in your life? Count them. Count them. We'll pause for a moment. 1, 2. I have this issue, I have that issue, I have a health issue, I have a family issue, I have a social issue, I have a little financial issue, I have this and that. How many did I count? 8. What else? 9. Those 9 issues have overwhelmed us without us realizing that there are 9 billion other things that Allah has given us. If you are to count the favors of Allah upon you, subhanallah, you will never ever be able to count them. Oh man, do not become despondent because the Almighty has tested you with 9 things to 10 things. Do not lose your faith. Do not become a person who turns away from the Almighty simply because He has tested you with a little bit. Concentrate on what you have. What you have. And when the Almighty has tested you, it's only to shine you, to polish you. MashaAllah, the jewel begins to show, the diamond begins to show, MashaAllah, because all the dirt and the dust is off now. We went through pressure, and what else did we go through? A lot of heat. Guess what heat and pressure does? It will shape the gold into jewelry that looks so pleasant, MashaAllah, subhanallah.
Very nice.
May Allah Almighty grant us all goodness.
Ameen.
I started off this way because witnessing so many people struggle across the globe. The positive of it is there are an equal number of people, if not more, who are prepared to help. Congratulations. This evening, we have assisted, we have helped, and I'm sure my brothers and sisters, even if we haven't given monetary donations, we have prayed for them. We have felt for them.